Hello, Facebook family. This is Lady L with business strategies and tips. Our subject for today is we're going through 501 organizations. And our question for today is, how do I establish a board for my organization? All tax-exempt organizations must have a board. When you're selecting board members, you want to find people that can connect to your vision, mission, and purpose, and a brief history of your business, of your mission, vision, and purpose. What are you looking to accomplish? To give potential board members that opportunity to connect to your vision, mission, and purpose with their passion for what you do. You want to select people who carry the same passion and vision, mission, and purpose for your organization. I repeat, and it is evident in what they bring to the table in word and deed that they are indeed connecting to your vision, mission, and purpose with passion. Be smart about your board size. It doesn't have to be large. It doesn't have to be small. Preferably odd numbers so that you can have voting opportunities. Understand that recruiting board members is an ongoing process. People come and go. So what you really want to do is make sure that in your interview process, and we're going to talk about that shortly, that you are vetting the right people for your organization. Make sure that they are knowledgeable about nonprofit audiences and population being served as well as the members of the organization who have connected to the local community. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, better known as DEI, should be considered in factoring board member selections, especially when you are dealing with the general public and you have a melting pot, as we like to say, of community residents, people that you're serving from different cultures. You want to make sure that you're sensitive to the people you're serving. Establish an interview process. This is a must. There's no way around it. Establish an interview process, which is a series of questions based upon key factors, such as what is expected in the various roles that you are looking to fill for your organization. Your standards, your morals, your ethics, your policies, and your procedures. They need to know that in the interview process and to see how they will comply. So make sure you're gearing the questions where they're giving you answers to the questions or addressing certain things without you really kind of asking, those read between the line kind of questions, but getting to your answers directly. In writing, put your expectations. Elaborate the potential board members, what's expected of them, such as financial resources and support. Meeting attendance is a must, and volunteer expectations. The board should actively participate and engage in the planning and direction of the nonprofit's future. In other words, you want to know if they're in for the long haul or if they're only for a season. It's okay if people are there for a season, reason, and purpose, but you need to be able to clearly define that. You need to be able to clearly position that so that you're not wasting time being in your feelings about people coming and going. People come and go. It's okay. Just understand and make sure that they're serving the purpose for which they have come to your organization, and also what feedback you can give to them for them to further whatever their endeavors are as well. The board should actively engage and participate in protecting the nonprofit's charitable assets from diversion, misuse, attack, and waste through policy enforcement and accountability. In other words, it is so critically important that they have your heart about the passion and the mission and vision and purpose for the organization so that they can be your extra set of eyes and ears. A nonprofit board composed of directors who represent a diverse set of backgrounds, experiences, and skill sets can bring a strength when positioned to provide support to the nonprofit and its executives. Typical board leadership can include, but not limited to, a lawyer, an accountant, a financial manager, a program expert, a fundraiser, somebody that knows how to go get that money, media and marketing, which is critical. They all work together, and other types of professionals predicated on what your purpose, your mission, vision, what you're looking to accomplish. You need to put those people in place on your board. If they cannot bring anything to the table, there is an exit strategy that should be outlined in your bylaws where you can part ways, be agreeable to disagree. Doesn't have to be ugly like some of the stories we do hear, and we've heard some ugly stories over the years, Jesus. But, again, as I have forestated in the weeks before, in the sessions before, if you sit down and lay the right foundational documentations, the right foundations as far as what you're going to position yourself and put yourself out to the world, then there's no miscommunication, there's no misunderstanding, because you're clear up front what your expectations are, what they can expect from you and your organization, so that there can be a win-win situation for everyone across the table. Board members, staff, and volunteers. Founders generally reach out to their networks for the initial directors of a new nonprofit or corporation. While a founder may seek individuals who will support their decisions, they should also look for directors who exercise independent judgment and add to the collective thinking and analysis. In other words, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to go to another room yourself. So you want to make sure, don't be intimidated by people that come with skill sets you don't have. That's what you want. It's just like the body of Christ. No, everybody can't be the arm. Everybody can't be the neck. Everybody can't be the torso. Everybody can't be the foot and the leg. But whatever role you play, it is critically important that you're fitting people in their right position so that they are fulfilling their ultimate purpose for being connected to your vision, mission, and purpose with their passion. It's just what's right. Prepare an organizational chart. I repeat, prepare an organizational chart. Before you do any interviewing, before you start putting a board together, these are some preliminary things you need to have in place before you start to do your interviews for board members. Collect bios and resumes. And don't just collect them and believe everything that's on them. Check the references. Check the from to dates of their experiences, because some people just jump on board so that they can add another item to their resume or their bio. You be smarter and really check those references. Check the bios. Check the backgrounds to make sure that they are who they say they are, because your mission, vision, and purpose is too precious to be connecting to wrong people because you have neglected to do your due diligence. You always want to assess where board members and key staff can be effectively placed for maximum results. Prepare and review job descriptions to clarify roles and responsibilities. People want to know, why am I sitting on your board? Why do you want me on your board? Because they have just as much right to ask you questions of why you want them on their board as you do to ask them why you want them on your board. So make sure that you're clear, you're concise, that you're direct and to the point of what you're expecting from them, what you're looking for from them, so that they can make quality choices and decisions to join you, yay or nay. This will also assist you in making sure that you're placing board members that will bring the most productivity. Once board members and staff and volunteers are in place, you must, I repeat, you must have an orientation. You need to do ongoing training. Now, this is where it gets a little bit sketchy. Because, and again, this takes great discernment as a leader. You need to discern people's heart. My bishop mama always says, when you're meeting people and you want to connect to them and you want to do ministry or business or anything with them, ask God to show you their heart. And God will reveal to you the motives of people's hearts. And then be watchful as well as prayerful. And God will begin to show you just little things about people. And don't ignore the red flags when they pop up. But just keep an eye on things and Be bold, be daring, be courageous, because the Lord thy God is with you. And when you need to make those hard decisions, again, as you have outlined in your bylaws, how to have an exit strategy for board members, that you will be able to do it decently and in order and without any legal repercussions. Policies and procedures, such as those governing conflicts of interest, personnel, management, standards of conduct and ethics, and a non-disclosure agreement, meaning whatever they glean from you stays with you. Whatever is part of any type of legal, such as copywriting, trademarking of ideas. If people are coming and they're building things for you, you want a non-disclosure agreement to make sure that what they built for you stays with you. Be fair, work out negotiable fees or charges that they may charge for the services they have provided in that case, and just be fair. But make sure you're being treated fairly as well. Reports. Provide recent financial reports or an annual report if they're accessible. If you're brand spanking new, you may not have those things, but you can do a proposed annual report, basically saying what are you anticipating to do within the next year, within the next 3 years, within the next 5 years. Reports is what draws funders. When funders support an organization, especially philanthropists, they want to see the board member's perspective of what they're working with. If these are areas you need to fill, already have a start in what type of people you are looking for, even in the areas of giving. Compensation. This is a big elephant in the room. Can board members be compensated? And that was really another separate topic, but I'll just touch on it a little bit here and just give you a quick overview. Few nonprofits pay their board members directly. Instead, board members are typically volunteer with their time and seek reimbursements for expenses such as travel and lodging. If you have board members that are connecting to their circle and it requires meeting with them to bring resources to you, then it's just what's right to reimburse them their travel expenses, their lodging, board meeting fees, or conference fees, because they're representing your organization. And of course, they will bring back proof that they are doing this on your behalf so that there can be some type of compensation or reimbursement for this function. At best practice, your nonprofit should establish an expense reimbursement policy, especially when you're brand new. You don't have the financial resources unless you are coming to the table with some philanthropists in the beginning who sees the vision, mission, and purpose. You have some track record with them. They know what you're capable of doing. Then they know you're a good investment. You're good soil to sow seed into. So with that being said, just make sure that you have a reimbursement policy if they're doing things on your behalf, that when they bring results, they're entitled to a reimbursement. It's not illegal for nonprofits to pay board members if allowed by your organization's bylaws. Again, your bylaws are critical. God forbid if you ever have to show up in court for anything as a nonprofit corporation or as a corporation, the first thing the judge is going to ask you is for your governing documents. Your governing documents are your bylaws. Your bylaws is not something you just throw together. You really have to sit down, especially after you have formulated a board, and begin to really fine-tune your bylaws, that you're making sure that, yes, you cross every I, you dot every I, and cross every T. You have to anticipate. I hate to put it this way, but yeah, sometimes you have to have a criminal mind. What would make a person sue me for what I do? And make sure that you're putting something in place in your bylaws that will cover you. I highly recommend that you consider not just any lawyer, but a lawyer that specializes, licensed, and has a track record for working with nonprofit organizations. Because all corporations are supposed to have on retainer a lawyer and an accountant. Because when you go to court, the court is not going to just talk to you. There's two things they're going to ask. The judge is going to ask, where is your lawyer and where are your bylaws? You can stand there all you want, but if you don't have those two things, they will dismiss your case. Section 501c3 in particular contains excess benefit rules which bar directors and officers from profiting from their positions with nonprofits. Paying more than the recognized market average may result in fines and loss of tax-exempt status. So in your interview process, when you are seeking out the motive of your potential board members' hearts, you will pick up in your spirit if it's all about the money, and you can just tell them thank you for your time. We appreciate the opportunity to interview you. We'll get back to you. And you know what they do in the round file. Because what you don't want to do is be naive and gullible. I'm just going to be straight with you. You don't want to be naive and gullible when it comes to putting together your board. This is business. It has nothing to do with friendship. This is business. And whoever connects to you need to understand that even if you have built a friendship or have a relationship from previous arenas, that this is business. And you got to posture yourself in that position from the very beginning, or as we say, from the gate. This way, as you let people in your gate, they're the people that need to be inside your gate. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Lady L with Business Strategies and Tips. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, so for those that may miss this live connection, you can go to my YouTube channel, Lady Vern, and it will be posted there, and along with all of the rest of the other sessions that we have conducted this month. I am truly enjoying this. I'm so excited about the things that I get to share with you. I'm looking at 35 to 40 plus years of experience that I get to share with you, the viewers, and I hope that it's been a blessing to you. I hope it's helping you to get on an even keel and an even level of what direction you would like to take your business, especially if you're serving the community with what you do. Until tomorrow this time, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.